Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. It's morning here in Berlin. Um,
Good morning.
let us get started. Um, my name is Vladimir Duchenko Jr. I'm a managing director in Softbecom Berlin GmbH.
And my name is Sergey Bochkarev. I'm responsible for sales and pre-sales in the Softbecom.
So, Softbecom Berlin GmbH is an IT company. It was founded in Berlin in 2015. We have headquarters here in Berlin. We have customers worldwide. Um, we develop, sell, integrate, and support software solutions for contact centers and client servicing. We're insiders in the industry, and we see how projects are developed and launched, and what is successful, what is not successful. Much like everybody else, we have been very much busy with AI lately, but we view it industry first. Um, our newest product that has been added to our suite of solutions is called QA Wacht or QA Watch, depending on the language that you use. So it's an AI powered SaaS quality assurance tool. Um, in September and early October, we had another webinar called AI for Contact Center Executives, How to Deliver Quick Results and Advance Your Career. So some of you might have seen it already. This webinar is a continuation of that one. So a short recap is in order. 95% of all AI pilots in contact centers fail. So the question is how to be within those 5% of the successful pilots that executives like yourselves are asking themselves. We have introduced a simple rule of thumb to evaluate possible projects. So there are just three rules. You have to use your operating capital instead of investment capital. A pilot should be started within 2 months, and it should deliver results, should pay off within 6 months. And we've discussed some cases for AI tools or AI cases that fall under this rule. And actually, we've discussed four classes of such tools. So voice bots, chatbots, AI assistants, and QA systems. You can look up this webinar on YouTube, search for Softbecom, and it is there. Or you can go to our website, softbecom.com/blog/piloting AI for contact center executives with dashes. This tree picture was also on that webinar, so some of you might have seen it. It's a mind map of possible use cases for AI in contact centers. It's the below part, the green leaves are such cases. And the upper part, the yellow part, is tools that can be used to solve or to address those cases. With each tool, you can tackle more than just one case. You can do more than that. For example, you can assess agent performance review with QA. We'll get to that in a minute. Or you can, for example, do cross-sell, upsell with agent assistance. So we are going to discuss more possible tasks today. That's the focus of our webinar today. And the tasks that we want to discuss are all like possible to be solved with, it's possible to solve them with a QA system. Um, these are the high impact use cases for a QA system. Such modern QA tools are can power entire ecosystems actually for automated scoring, compliance, and analytics. So we have 6 cases here. We have subdivided them into 3 chapters: automated training and coaching, fraud detection and compliance monitoring, and metadata and full text search. Um, we'll discuss them in more detail during this webinar. So the first one, agent performance review. you do exactly that with automated metrics and score sheets. Script and policy adherence. You can find policy divergence well automatically. Um, Confidentiality and critical situations control. It's online control of potentially dangerous situations or potentially costly situations like GDPR rules or conformity and something else like that that demands immediate reactions of superiors. Fraud detection. You can set potentially fraudulent templates and search them automatically and then um, like improve on your team's performance. Inside business analytics, you can use the array of data that you have gathered during your contact center's work for additional analytics based on AI again. And transcript and voice recordings archiving for forensic analysis. Again, transcripts can be used as meta information for searching of necessary recordings of conversations. Now, um, let's move on to the first case, agent performance review. So with AI, up to 100% of conversations can be assessed automatically. Traditionally, in quality, without AI quality assurance tools and traditional quality assurance process, only 1 to 5% of conversations are being monitored because it's a slow process and an expensive one. So you can't even potentially monitor 100% of conversations because you would have to hire a quality assurance manager for each agent. That's economically impossible. With an AI tool, that's all very much possible. You receive automated, totally adjustable score sheets in natural language. So you decide how to put in whatever um, whatever you want your agent to be measured about. Transcriptions for manual review will be available. You can also use them to adjust the scores that the system gives your agents if you think that the system is not right. Performance reports during a period of time, and you can do analysis of live conversations and records, depending on what you have and how you conduct what's your process. With that at hand, your managers can make decisions on agent performance, who needs to be re-educated or promoted, and so on and so forth. Now, we will, since we have conveniently, we have our own tool at hand, a QA system at hand, we will do a short demo of some features, exactly the ones that I have spoken on this first case. So Sergey will run this demo, and then we will get back to the remaining cases. So Sergey, it's your word now.
Perfect. Thank you,
I
Thank
will
you,
stop
Vladimir.
the share this moment and restart.
Now I will share my screen. Do you see my screen, Vladimir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. So this is the system which Vladimir talked about. And when you log in the system, you firstly you see the dashboard. But before I explain the different parts of the system, I want to show you or explain you how easy it is to get access to the system and to do a test or use the system. So first of all, you can register at our homepage, soft.com. And when you register for this system, you will automatically receive an email with login data and information about the system. Then you can just use an usual browser and log in the system. And then you have to do a few little setups in order to use the system with your agents. So first of all, you need to go to the profile. In the profile, you can enter your personal data, maybe your organizations or your company where you're working, at, and moreover, you can set also privacy settings. I will show you later what it means, but this means if you shift it here to the right, that you just see dialogues between agents and customers which are anonymized already. So you don't see names, addresses, and so on. And one important part is how to set up the system that it will start the transcriptions of every call. Therefore, you need to set it up like that. You need some screenshots or text fragments from your telephony system, which the agents are using. So it's equal if it is a system from Genesis or Avaya, or even if you speak up, over Teams, you have always some screens or screenshots in the screen that show the system that one call has started. And the same procedure is you have screenshots or text fragments in your system when the system is told that the call ends. So in our system, these are these screenshots. So we just teach here the software when to start and to stop on transcription with screenshots. Moreover, we have also a CTI integration. So that means if you use this CTI integration, you don't need to upload the screenshots or text fragments. Then over the interface, the system knows when a call starts and when the call ends. And moreover, you can do different projects with the CTI integration. So usually if you set up the system just with the pictures, then every call is evaluated in the same way. So you have then some indicators how to measure it. I will also explain later what indicators mean. And if you have different kind of projects and you need different kind of evaluations of the calls, then you can use our interface, so CTI interface, and then different kind of projects are measured in different kind of ways. An example for that, for example, if you are a bank and you have different kind of services, one service is maybe for losing your credit card, and another service is for doing some transactions to other people. So these are two completely different cases, so different projects with different skills. So, and if you want to do an evaluation of these calls in different ways, then you need the interface in order that that our system know what kind of project should be measured in what kind of way. So this is the profile. Then the next thing that you need to do is going to the point agents. And here you can add your agents of the company. You can do it by uploading a whole list with the agents with some data of them, or you can do just one by one with pushing on the plus button. And when the agents are uploaded in the system, then they will automatically also receive an email with login data, information about the system. And one important part, they will receive also an exe file, and they need to install a connector. The connector is important for the evaluation, because the connector captures the voice of the phone calls and transmitted then to the transcriptor, and then the calls are transcripted. So when the agents install the connector, they are ready to go, so ready to be evaluated in the system. And you see here in the agents the status. So if you have a green status and the checkbox is clicked on, then it means that transactions in the calls are done. And if you have it like here in my system, because this is a demo system, the status is red or the checkbox is not activated, then the transcription will not be done. So these are the agents. And if you set up these few things, you are ready to go. So I think it could take maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and then you are ready to use the system. Then the next important part are the reports. You see here in the reports the statistics of your calls, of your projects, or if you just have one project, so the statistics of this project. And you can create in the reports different kind of reports. You can custom sometimes. So for example, you want to have a report for 1 month or for 1 week or just for 1 day. If you have different projects, you can set some filters. You just choose one of the projects. Maybe you want to see just the statistics of one agent, then you can choose here one agent, the indicators, and so on. And then you will receive automatically here all the calls which were filtered by you in the system. And then you can enter in the call and see details about the call. So what do you see here? On the left side, you see here the dialogue. So this is the complete transcription of the call between the agent and the customer. And you can just scroll here down and you see what they have spoken about. And moreover, you can click here on the arrows which go up and down, and then you see the anonymized dialogue. So we are using an anonymization tool, so for personal data. And if somebody is speaking about names, addresses, or whatever, then the data will be anonymized automatically. And this is the point which I have shown you in the profile. So if you shift the sign on the right, you will see just anonymized dialogues. In some countries or in some cases, maybe you have to do that because you don't or you are not allowed to see personal data. So you can just activate the anonymized dialogues and then you see them like that. Then on the right side, you see the score of the phone call. The first thing is you have an indicator. So indicators are different points which you want to have be evaluated, like the greeting, politeness, it could be competence, emotional tone, or whatever. And then you see the description, so how it should be evaluated. You see here the short description, but if you point on that, then you see the complete description how this indicator should be evaluated in the system. I will show you also later where you set up these indicators, or you can add your own indicators. And then you have the score that was given by the system. Here, like the 10, the 9 in politeness, or 9 in competence. But if you don't agree with that, so you think that 10 is not right, you want to give the agent 8, then you can change it here manually. So the system knows that the statistic is a little bit different because you have chosen another score. And if you scroll here down, you have also a comment. This comment is a summary of the whole call. So if you don't have the time to read everything, you just want to have a summary of a call, you just scroll down and then you see the summary of the call and the total score. So this was the report. I want to show you the beginning when you enter to the system. These are the dashboards, or this is the dashboard. And in the dashboard, you can choose different time intervals. So if you want to see, for example, the statistics for the whole month, then you shift it on right. Or you can choose just 1 day or 7 days or whatever, and then you will receive automatically the statistics for the indicators. And you have also here the statistics with the number or the percent which was done good or not good, and you can then enter to the details. So you see here the statistics, and then you want to see, for example, the competence of one agent or of all agents, then you just click here on the circle, and then you will automatically jump to the reports, and the filters will be set especially for competence and for the days that you have chosen. And you see here also on the right side how the competence was rated. And then you have the same procedure. You can just click here on the details, and then you see the transcription and the score of the call. So, and these are the dashboards. Then another important part are the metrics. So I have shown you in the reports the indicators. And here in the metric, you can manage your indicators. So how the call between agent and customer should be evaluated. We have here a default metric, so our own indicators that we have set up that you can use, and you can also use your own indicators. So if I click on the box or click on the link, then I will automatically open the indicators. And here you have the gray default indicators that are set up from us. You can use them, or you can also erase them with minus, so you don't use them for your evaluation. And you can also add your own indicators, like here in the white opening greetings. You can push here the plus button and then add your indicators. How are the indicators rated? You can just enter a free text how you want to have the indicators measured, or you can also use our indicators, copy here the text and change maybe a few things for your indicator, and then add it to your indicator. So here you can set up different kind of indicators, and moreover, you have also different kind of languages in our system. At the moment, we have 4 languages: English, German, Russian, and Spanish. But we are increasing with the languages. So in the next few weeks, a few new languages will also be in the system. And moreover, if you're interested in the system and you need a specific language, just contact us and we will check if we can arrange that also. And moreover, these languages are not just for the metrics. These languages is also for the whole interface. So for the whole system, we have at the moment these 4 languages. So then another important part are the data sources. So you can use the system in 2 different ways. So you can transcript live calls, so when the agent is speaking with a customer, or you can use recorded files. So if you have recorded files of a phone call, then you can set up here a connection with an SFTP server, and then automatically the voice recordings will be uploaded to our system, and then the evaluation will be done the same way like with the live calls. Or you can just import one conversation by one. So you just push here on the plus, and then you upload the conversation, so the recordings, and then they will be also evaluated in the same way like the live calls. So moreover, we have here a help site with frequently asked questions, a documentation of our system, and the possibility to contact us. So if you have a question about the system that you don't find maybe in the FAQs or documentation, feel free to contact us. If you create here a text and a topic, then automatically a ticket is created in our service desk solution, and then our technical support will come back to you and help you in this question or topic. So, and one important part is also the billing. We are working here with the worldwide known system Stripe. So you can buy in our system tokens, and every token is 1 minute of a call that is transcripted. So if you have a phone call of 5 minutes, then you need 5 tokens in order that they will be transcripted and evaluated also. And the more tokens you buy, the cheaper it gets. So for example, if you buy 100,000 tokens, then every minute costs you just 2 cents. So you choose a package, then continue to payment and can pay like by credit card. And you have also the possibility to set up a notification if your tokens are empty, or you just have maybe 100 tokens left and you want to recharge the system, then you will get a notification and can do that. And you can also set up automatic account recharges. So if the tokens are finished, then an automatic recharge will be done and you have new tokens and can use the system. So this is it, the live demonstration. I will stop now and pass it again to Vladimir. You can continue.
Yes, pleasure. So can you see it?
Yeah, right. I see it.
Okay. So next case that we have is script and policy adherence. This is done with the same type of tool, can be done with our tool too. So what you do, you upload your policies or your script for your agent into the metric. Uh, these policy and script criteria are in natural language, as Sergey has shown. Uh, then you evaluate the possible fluctuations and deviations with your QA tool. So largely the same as you evaluate your agent in general, you evaluate their performance as in accordance with the scripts and policies. Um, so it is not available in our system from the box, but we are going to release corresponding subscription plans further on, or it can be done with us as a project, so there's no problem with it. So next case is confidentiality and critical situations control. So sometimes certain situations arise that that call for immediate action. Of course, quality can be measured online and offline, so recorded voice and live agent work, but this is only about live agent work. So some mistakes can be very costly, and so they need to be addressed immediately, like personal information mismanagement sometimes can lead to huge fines, or there can be threats or information on terrorist actions or aggression on either side towards an agent or agent's aggression, so on. So these calls for immediate action. What you need to do is input the rules into metric the same way as with policies adherence. And you need to set up online notifications and reaction process. So who would be responsible in a case that there is aggression, for example? So a manager sees notification popping up, needs to step in, and so on. So again, this is all very much doable with the same type of QA system. So next one is fraud detection. This comes from a customer of ours who is in outbound, and his agents are working remotely. And it's not always easy to understand who's doing what. Um, in certain situation, you need to find specific patterns of behavior that might require additional attention or investigation. In generally, the major pattern of a fraud is that an agent is somehow manipulating statistics, making show working, but really not working. So it can be, for example, that an agent is repeatedly calling a busy line, or keeps a customer on hold for no reason for a long time, or leads artificially long conversations that are not needed, and so on. So it's managers or executives work to invent such patterns, and then you can all use them with this QA tool, largely like policy adherence, and then you can see reports. So who's leading too many long conversations and so on and so forth. And then it's not necessarily fraud. It can be that an agent is just doesn't know what to do, for example, or needs re-education, or maybe some administrative measures are needed. So with these reports, with this tool, you can see what's happening, what's going on. Then you look into it in detail. You have the transcripts, and you actually start to understand how to address this issue. So next one is inside business analytics. Um, so in the course of work of a contact center, you collect huge arrays of data, which are transcripts, anonymized. You store them probably, and as Sergey has shown, so there is a lot of information that can be found there. How to address it? How to use it as an analytical source? Well, the most trivial way is to use Elasticsearch for specific data. You just search these data and find whatever you're searching for, not find. Or you can upload scores that you have generated already with a QA system into BA systems for analysis. And these business analytical systems, well, you get all sorts of reports out of them. Or the most interesting way is that you put these data arrays into an LLM. And this large language model can be then asked questions about all this information. And the answers can be not, well, untrivial actually. So examples of such questions are what is customers' attitude towards your product, or what features can be seen as positive in a product, what features can be seen as negative in a product. So it's a lot like surveys that you might be leading or your customers might be leading, but this can be used in addition to surveys or instead of surveys. But the types of information you get out of this analytics is like that. The next and the last case for today is transcript archiving for forensic analysis. There are many business sectors where storing voice recording is obligatory, like banks and financial sector. Sometimes it also concerns insurances, logistics companies, e-commerce support, so on. Banks and in banks and financial sector, that's legally regulated mostly, at least in Europe. And you have to do it. And normally you have to store that records when it concerns confirmation of a transaction over the phone. So in financial sector, that has been obligatory since forever. And then when a dispute arises, you actually have to search for that very record that would serve as a proof of a transaction. And that can take literally weeks because, okay, if you have a voice record, you can search it by name or by time and date. It's good if you know who was talking and when, but if it happened like a month ago, for example, that would be really time consuming. You don't really know what you're looking for. You have to listen to those recordings one by one. Takes time. And of course, money. So with transcripts, you can search by conversation content. Basically, this is possible with forensic analysis systems. With emails already now, you can do the same with voice. So you search the transcripts by content, you find when this conversation and with whom has happened, and then you can easily find the recording itself if you need it. Or you can just look it up what was discussed then, and also convenient. So these were our cases for today. The key takeaways. Um, Firstly, you can use a QA system for a variety of for a variety of different cases and different problems in general, in automated training and coaching, in fraud detection and compliance monitoring, in metadata and full text search, and so on. Any of those cases can be realized with QA We can do it. Not all of them out of the box, but uh, as a project, everything is doable, and some of that will be later added to some of the subscription plans. Um, and just as a reminder about our general attitude and our rule of thumb, that for a successful project, your ROI must be immediate and visible in reduced labor costs and higher productivity. So we at South.com are offering you exactly that. So feel free to contact us for consultations. And that was it in terms of our slides. And so let's move on to the Q&A. Uh, what do
So,
we have, Sergey?
yes, just a second. We have some questions. So, first of all, what languages does your system understand?
As Sergey has said, it's English, German, Spanish, and Russian at this moment. So in terms both of metrics and interface, and this amount is growing. So there are some languages that are difficult to start because not all models understand all of the languages in the same way. Like not all are good, not languages understood good by the models that we use, but that is something that we can solve case by case. So if you need some specific language, feel free to ask us and we'll discuss it.
Okay, thank you. Next question. What are your prices?
Mm, Again, Sergey has already addressed it. So those were the prices for our basic system on servers that are in Europe or in the US. If you need specific places to locate a server, like on premise or within your country, uh, also feel free to contact us. We'll look into it. That's all doable.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So next question. How can I test your system?
You can go to www.softbecom.com/quality assurance, quality-assurance, as shown here on the picture, and you can start an account. And it's free of charge. You will receive a confirmation email to start a login and password. Then you basically can log into the system and upload the list of agents, and the agents will download connectors, and within a free trial, you can start it. So free trial is 400 tokens, but if you start a free trial until end of November, you will get 1,000 tokens free. And it's good to go.
Perfect. Thank you much. Thank you very much. So, and last question is, what about data protection?
So we are in Germany. So in Germany, we have very strict rules about data protection. It's GDPR and Schrems 2, Schrems 2. So our system is built accordingly, following the principles of privacy by design and data minimization. And so we collect and store no excess personal data. You can visit our website, www.softbecom.com/trust for more information or contact us. But we know that in different countries and different parts of the world, the principles are different for data protection, and requirements are different. We are now studying some cases that widen our perception of how in different parts of the world this needs to be addressed. So quite soon we are going to run a new webinar dedicated specifically to that, to how this can be addressed if you're here, if you're here, if you're here, and what would be, in our eyes, the best way to protect the customer's data, and more specifically, what is the way to do it legally? Because in many cases, with many vendors, that is not specifically addressed. Yeah, I see now there is a couple more. So, how would it, uh,
So, how
yeah.
long would it take to train the system on a new language, and what supporting information is required to accelerate the process? In addition, we need to define metrics for other languages. How should these be structured so that the system can identify and use them effectively?
Well, we don't train the system itself. We use LLMs from different vendors. So by default, our LLM currently is by OpenAI, but it doesn't understand all the languages. So, or not all of them it understands good. So we need to see what language that is. If what model understands it. Sometimes at this moment we're actually training a system or on a language, and so it may take some research on our time. Sometimes with like, I don't know, French. We don't have it, but we're pretty sure that we can add French in like one day in terms of understanding it, and in a little bit more in terms of interface. So it's not a long time. If it's a language that is difficult and a non-European language, we need to look at it, but that's a that's not a lot of time, I think, still very much doable, but we need to discuss it in more detail. So please contact us and we'll discuss it.
So we have
Mhm.
more question of the same person. Do you have different views available for quality assurance managers, I think, agents and quality assurance admins?
You mean interface, probably.
Yeah, interface.
Yeah, well, the agents, they don't get the interface. They just work their normal work. They upload the connector, start it, and then everything is run by admins from this interface that Sergey has shown. Um,
Perfect. So uh, how accuracy of auto QA and manual QA are checked and validated? Is there any specific report in the tool to validate the same?
mm, well, um, I would say that firstly, to validate accuracy, you have the transcripts, and you can normally compare what is being in the transcript or in a recording. So that's how you can check it. But we have checked it and validated it internally, and we have very high accuracy. So that's how we do it. And in terms of languages that we don't understand, we work together with our customers, and that is probably on their side, because sometimes we can't really validate the accuracy. Sometimes we can. So, but generally, it's getting into the good percentage of accuracy. I mean, the excellent percentage, like you need to be 99% accurate, at least to call it good. So that's how we do it. We set up the system until it works right. No, we don't have a specific report concerning that. We'll think about it.
So
Um,
next question is, how do you train the system on different SOPs?
what is an SOP?
That's a good question. I don't know exactly. Maybe the person can write it inside.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more technical thing.
Mm.
But then I would jump to the next
Mhm.
question of the same person. Is this platform customizable?
It is, yes, but it is a SaaS system, so we sell it as a SaaS product, as it is with those subscription plans that Sergey has shown. Um, And we can, as you have seen, there are many cases, so we are ready to customize it to solve any of those cases, and there are many more in this world that can be solved with customization. That will be a project work. So yes, that's what we can and willing to do upon customer's request. So
So this, yeah,
no,
you want to add something?
no, no.
No? And I see that possibly a few questions are coming from the same person, so don't
Mhm.
hesitate to contact us directly, and then we can set up a meeting with you and speak about all the details. And then we will get also a technical support or some of our IT specialists. They can um, answer to a lot of technical questions also. So we are generally really flexible with our system. We can do a lot of things, but therefore we need to know your needs, and just contact us, Vladimir or me, and we will set a meeting up with you and speak about your needs.
Yep.
And moreover, don't forget our special for November. If you register till November, you will have 1,000 tokens in the system. So it means 1,000 of transcripted minutes from a call can be done.
Yeah, that is correct. And we are going to launch a new webinar like within a month or so. So you will all get invitations to our new webinar. You're on the VIP list. And thank you for joining, and we will be happy to see you again.
Thank you
Thank you.
and
Bye.
bye bye.